Welcome to the English news of Binh Phuoc radio, television station, and newspaper. Following are the headlines as usual, and I'm Thuy. Provincial leader attends healthcare conference. High-ranking Lao delegation visits Binh Phuoc. Budop supports constructing houses for the needy. President received the Prosecutor General of the Supreme People Procuracies of Laos. Promoting Vietnam-Laos judicial cooperation. Regulations on auto-localization ratio to be revoked. And now our details. A nationwide online conference on improving people's healthcare and proactively adapting and contributing to rapid recovery and sustainable development has been held by the Ministry of Health. Chairman of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People Committee, Truyền, attended the conference.
Over the past 2 years, in the context of complex and unpredictable developments in COVID-19, and together with the entire party, people and army, the health sector has overcome difficulties and made important contributions to realizing the dual goals of pandemic prevention and socio-economic development. The health sector has basically achieved the targets assigned by the National Assembly and the government. Health insurance coverage has increased from 81.7% in 2016 to 91% in 2021. Vietnam now has one of the highest rates of COVID-19 vaccinations in the world. The country has also mastered the organ transplant technology and can transplant 6 out of 6 major organs. It can also master technology in endoscopic surgery and cardiovascular intervention. According to the Ministry of Health, the difficulty the health sector currently facing is the shortage of medical staff at public health facilities. In the long term, job turnover and the trend of human resources shifting from the public to private sector will affect primary healthcare work and fairness in people assessing medical examinations and treatment.
A high-level delegation from Champasak province in Laos, led by Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Provincial Governor Binh Phuoc, has paid a working visit to Binh Phuoc province.
The delegation worked with the VRG Đông Hoa MDF wood processing factory at the Minh Hưng 3 Industrial Park in Chương Thanh District. Vice Chairman of the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee Trần Văn My and representatives of relevant provincial departments and branches accompanied the delegation. A representative from the VRG Đông Hoa MDF Wood Joint Company introduced the delegation to the company's investment process as well as its production and business development plan in Vietnam. Established in 2008, the VRG Đông Hoa Company is the joint venture between the Republic Korea's Đông Hoa Group and the Vietnam Rubber Group. It currently has 2 factories with an annual capacity of more than 700,000 cubic meters of MDF wood. The factory's products are made of wood from rubber, melaleuca, and cashew trees supplied from Binh Phuoc and nearby Bình Dương, Tây Ninh, and Đắk Nông provinces. It is investing in building a 3rd factory with capital of some $150 million and a designed capacity of 600,000 cubic meters of MDF each year. It is expected to be completed and put into operation in 2024. Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Provincial Governor Binh said the VRG Đông Hoa Company's investment in Champasak province is greatly welcomed.
Budop district in Binh Phuoc province has mobilized resources to support families facing housing-related difficulties.
Since the beginning of the year, Budop has mobilized funds from different sources to build 17 houses worth a total of 2 billion dong. It has also mobilized sponsors and businesses to give support to repair 24 houses and provide seedlings for families in difficult circumstances and policy beneficiary families with a total amount of more than 540 million dong. This has contributed to helping the poor and families in disadvantaged circumstances to stabilize their lives. Under the plan, in the last 4 months of this year, the district will receive 247 more houses for the poor and disadvantaged households, worth a total of more than 25.7 billion dong. 97 houses worth 7.7 billion dong will be funded by the Fund for the Poor in the province and 150 worth about 18 billion dong by the Ministry of Defense Fund.
President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc received Prosecutor General of the Supreme People Procuracies of Laos, Sesana Khatphothon in Hanoi on August 22nd.
Welcoming the Lao guests, President Phuoc appreciated the effective cooperation between two procuracy agencies of the past time. This is a condition for the two sides to share information and experiences in judicial activities, Phuoc stressed. The state leader affirmed that Vietnam is always ready to support the Lao Supreme People's Procuracy in all aspects and willing to provide scholarships for Lao procuracy officials. Prosecutor General Sesana Khatphothon, for his part, expressed gratitude for the president's welcome. He briefed the host leader on the cooperation between two procuracy agencies, including their close coordination in organizing the 7th Conference of the People's Procuracies of localities sharing the common borderline.
Delegation from the Ministry of Justice of Vietnam and Laos held talk in Hanoi on August 22nd.
Speaking at the talks, Vietnamese Minister of Justice Lê Thành Long highly appreciated the results of legal and judicial cooperation between Vietnam and Laos of the past 40 years. The Ministry of Justice of Vietnam will continue to support the work of perfecting the institution based on the needs of Laos and receive Lao students to study in Vietnam. The two sides agreed to strengthen cooperation in settling nationality-related cases of both sides' citizens. As for the Vietnamese-funded ODA project to support the Lao National Academy of Justice, the two ministries of justice agreed to work closely to finish the project in December this year, meeting the needs of training human resources for the Lao side.
Regulations on the automobile localization ratio will be abolished on October 10, 2022, after having been enforced for almost 20 years.
The Ministry of Science and Technology in mid-August just enacted a circular to rescind current regulations on methods to calculate the automobile localization ratio in Vietnam. The new circular will take effect from August 1st this year. Under the current regulations, Vietnam calculates the automobile localization ratio by clusters of components produced in the country. Meanwhile, other countries calculate this as a percentage of domestic production value. Vietnam's automobile industry remains a fledgling one after more than 30 years since the country opened its door to foreign investment. The current average localization ratio of passenger cars with up to 9 seats is as low as 7 to 10%. It failed to meet the government's target of 30 to 40% by 2020, 40 to 45% by 2025, and 50 to 55% by 2030. Automotive experts said the abolition of these regulations is in line with the development and change of technological processes of automobile production and assembly in the country and the world to ensure transparency. The abolition will also have meet international standards.
The northern province of Bắc Giang earned some $290 million from lychee sales and support services in 2022, according to the Provincial People Committee.
A total of 75,900 tons of lychee from Bắc Giang was shipped abroad, making up 38% of the accumulative sales. China, the US, Australia, Japan, the Republic of Korea, the Middle East, and some Southeast Asian nations were the main importers of the fruit. Bắc Giang's lychee, whose harvest season often lasts from mid-May to the end of July, is viewed as the national hub of the tropical fruit. The lychee has been sold across the country and put on shelves of major supermarkets like Go, Mega Market, Harper, along with domestic and foreign e-commerce platforms. Bắc Giang will go to expand domestic consumption channels, promote sales through e-commerce platforms, and boost exports to promising markets like Japan, the EU, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Apart from China, its traditional market.
That's all for today on BPTV News. Thank you for your watching and goodbye for now.